This is the most inhumane Jiangxi, the most murderous murder case. Ben is an honest and hardworking young couple. Wake up early and stay late. 7 years of hard-earned money. Opened a recycling bin in Jiangxi. Seeing the business doing better and better. The baby who was pregnant in September also came out soon. About to start a happy life of 3 people. Just because the murderer made a promise to his girlfriend. Let the family of 3 be wiped out. It's hard, you know? I feel uncomfortable. I thought it was so uncomfortable to go to my heart. Time 1 o'clock on May 7, 2012. 8 p.m. Jiangxi City, Jiangxi Province. A waste recycling bin on Zhonghua South Road. Crowded with melon eaters. Everyone is talking about a young man named Huang Wenying. Young women are talking. No one said he was bad. It's really a good person. Good water and diligent. How hard is this? 31-year-old Huang Wenying. It's the lady boss of this garbage recycling bin. After years of hard work by her and her husband Wang Xiaojian, just opened this recycling bin in Jiangxi. With the diligent efforts of the couple day and night, life is booming. Not long ago, Huang Wenying was pregnant with a child. Life looks good. Why are so many citizens recycling bins? What about the previous discussion? It was just now. Huang Wenying killed in recycling bin. It was Huang Wenying's brother Huang Wenchao who reported the case. He comes to recycling bin for dinner at 6 p.m. When I first went to the second floor, suddenly I found my sister collapsed in the dim light. There are a lot of blood waves next to it. There is a lot of blood. Isn't everyone pale anymore? Lips are purple. Huang Wenchao didn't have time to be sad. I rushed to report the case. After reporting the case, he called his brother-in-law Wang Xiaojian, but no one answered the phone. Huang Wenchao suddenly panicked. A user is at home. You run outside all day. It can't be good, can it? Because of him, my sister can't do the heavy lifting. You should be in the store. Got it. After receiving the alarm, the police arrived at the scene immediately. After preliminary investigation, the bank cards and cash at the scene are intact. Even the change in the lady boss's pocket is still there. It doesn't look like carnage. Deceased. Huang Wenying's body looked up behind the stairs on the second floor. Forensic investigation found he had blunt blow marks on the back of his head. 1 hammer kills. Sharp wound on neck. Bleeding. The time of death of the deceased was approximately 3 p.m. that day. Commit a crime for 1 person. At least it was the blow that inhaled the deceased. Should be alone. 2 people can't do it. His place to go up the stairs is very narrow. Impossible to go up to people. No 2 people can be you at the same time. You hit me, get out of the way. I don't hit either. After careful investigation, the scouts at the scene found 1 bloody kitchen knife and an iron lump. Both are recycled bins. According to the detection, the blood on both weapons came from Huang Wenying. That's idle. The big head of the iron head. These stones might move a bit. This location. Progress is opening the way. Just want you to die. It doesn't exist to keep you alive. The murderer shot. Chunchen silenced for the sake of killing, and Huang Wenying was attacked as soon as he went up to the second floor. However, at the scene, no fingerprints were taken from the killer. Footprints and other clues. The killer is either a real-world friend or a stranger. You can use what's on the ground. The murderer who made Huang Wenying relax his vigilance. More likely to be real-world friends. The police immediately set up a task force to investigate. After the investigation, it was not found that Huang Wenying had a feud with others. Wife died tragically at home. Where is his husband Wang Xiaojian? Why has the phone been disconnected? Is Wang Xiaojian the murderer? Escaped after killing his wife. This is also in line with the speculation of real-world friends. Even if Wang Xiaojian didn't kill, you might ask if you find him to some useful writing. So the police began to investigate Wang Xiaojian. According to the reactions of relatives, friends, and neighbors, the couple seemed to be in love every day. However, his wife Huang Wenying is on the strong side. The 2 sometimes bicker about work. But it can't reach the level of Wang Xiaojian's murder. No one believed it. Such a man would kill his wife. These 2. There are now 70 or 80 years old. Just a few meals. Mansion Laoyi Rongshan Ranger. In addition, neighbors said they didn't see the couple quarrel that day. Could it be because of love? Financial murder, love killing, revenge killing, indeed, these 3 can be considered. So what if it's emotional intelligence? Women are not excluded. Even getting pregnant with someone else. Discover. The man's husband discovers that the child may not be his. May cause this. Killing heart. After DNA testing, the child in Huang Wenying's belly, it is her husband Wang Xiaojin's. Did Wang Xiaojian kill anyone? Where is he now? And the next day at noon, the police received an unwanted message. At a construction site not far from the recycling bin, Wang Xiaojin's body was found. Forensic testing. Wang Xiaojian also died in the back of the head. The blunt weapon was a brick on the ground. Doesn't look like an innocent suicide. The medical examiner concluded after examining the body, Wang Xiaojian died a day ago. That is, his wife Huang Wenying was killed and raped. Her husband, Wang Xiaojian, is already dead. The injury of killing a couple, mouth and cause of death are consistent. It's all made from local materials, and it's fatal to hit the back of the head. Police speculate the murders of this couple could have been the same person. Who is the murderer? This is the key to the police's next investigation. Soon the police are opposite the waste recycling bin. There's a car wash. Found a camera facing the crime. Recycling bin police immediately took the crime. Day monitoring playback. Noon that day. Recycling bin looks fine. At this time, a man in a white coat appeared at the door. The man was making calls back and forth on the side of the road. 1 minute later, abandoned Wang Xiaojian comes out of the waste recycling bin. After meeting, the two walked out of the surveillance screen one after the other. The man in white looks very tall, much stronger than Wang Xiaojian, since the two quickly walked out of the surveillance screen. Police, there is no way of knowing where the next two went. But one thing is for sure, less than an hour later, Wang Xiaojian died at the construction site. The man who called Wang Xiaojian out. There is a big suspicion. The police quickly retrieved Wang Xiaojin's phone records. The investigation found that Wang Xiaojin's call record that day has an unfamiliar number. The owner of the number is a man named Liu, and we found this. After finding this person, he responded to me. He went to this place in the afternoon. He didn't call. Is a giver. Borrow his phone. Talk to this male messenger on the phone. He also heard the emissary say to her husband, "You have to see him. Pay after seeing the goods." He asked him one more question. "Your husband? Where to see what you think?" He said, "I didn't know him. His $11,000. The Wang Xiaojian taken away is not Liu, but also got clues. At that time, Wang Xiaojian and the man went out to look at the goods, and Wang Xiaojian went out with the payment. But after Wang Xiaojian was killed, the police only found a cell phone on him. The murderer seems to have come for Wang Xiaojian's payment, but when asked for more details about Liu's call, Liu's words seemed a bit out of place. Borrow his phone when we thought. Why did you borrow your cell phone? Why do you need your phone to call your husband? Not to mention in your own store. I don't know this person very well either. He has a pay phone next door. The neighbors next door are all very familiar neighbors. You can take other people's mobile phones. Why did you take your phone? We think there is no silver 300 taels here. In addition, the police also found that Liu went to the place where Wang Xiaojin's body was found. This further increases his suspicion. Liu quickly clarified the matter. That day he went to the place where Wang Xiaojian was killed to find a friend. His friends can testify. And the reason why Huang Wenying used his phone, it's because of the lady boss said that day that his phone was in arrears. After inquiring about the mobile phone of the lady boss Huang Wenying, naive arrears shut down. At first, Liu spoke hesitantly to the police. It's because he's so nervous. Soon Liu said more details. You can turn on the water and call my husband. My husband went out with someone to check things out. Look at the scrap metal, ready to buy a car of iron. And he asked the emissary, "Who did your husband do business with?" The emissary answered him, said he went to do business with the relatives of the Shorty family. He said Shorty's relatives took him to collect iron. The police quickly found the dwarf Liu had mentioned. After investigation, among the relatives of the dwarf, only his nephew does waste recycling. This person's name is Kong, working as a porter in a recycling bin. I usually have business dealings with Huang Wenying and his wife, but there was no conflict. Careful police discovered, Kong looks particularly strong, and he's tall. This is the same as what was called in the surveillance screen at that time. Wang Xiaojin's characteristics, very consistent. On the day of the incident, someone saw him on Huang Wenying's waste return. Near the collection station, the two have known each other for many years. It fits the real-world friend's crime very well. He can run fast. Now he's burning a pile of grass. Soon the police arrested Kong. Arrest to face trial. Kong soon confessed the facts of the crime. Kong indicates he committed this heinous crime. Inseparable from a woman surnamed Deng. What relationship? Relationship between men and women. After Deng and Kong dated, I always asked Kong for money. Shortly before the incident, Deng, on the grounds of buying a car, asked Kong to give him tens of thousands of dollars. Kong is very doting on this woman. But my ability is limited, and the money has long been emptied by Deng. There is no such tens of thousands of dollars at all. He asked me about my home. Not so rich. He said 120,000, 30,000. To please Deng, Kong couldn't sleep one day and night, wondering where these tens of thousands of dollars would come from. The last evil thought came to his mind. Robbery. In the end, he chose the familiar Huang Wenying family. I know that his family has made a lot of money in business these years. So on the day of the crime, Kong came to the waste recycling bin, said that a boss had a batch of waste products to sell. You need to bring money to get the goods. Since the two have known each other for a long time, Wang Xiaojin quickly believed what he said, in a hurry with 10,000 multi-cash. Go out with Kong. And while waiting for Wang Xiaojin at the door for a minute, Kong received another call from Deng. Let him scrape together the money quickly. Later, Kong deceived Wang Xiaojin to the construction site. Lie that you are waiting for the boss to bring the goods. While Wang Xiaojin is not paying attention, Kong took a brick and smashed it into the back of the head. After getting the money, Kong just remembered, when I called myself Wang Xiaojin, Huang Wenying saw it. Worried about things being exposed, Kong returned to the recycling bin in the afternoon. Now the lioness goes upstairs. Without being prepared for it. We'll be behind the emissary. Align the head with an iron pimple. Hormonal. Then I'm afraid he's not dead yet. Keep using the kitchen knife. This face. After killing Huang Wenying, Kong appears very flustered. In order not to be discovered, the finance department did not have time to find it. He ran away in a hurry. I thought it would be alright to kill and silence. I didn't expect to be caught 2 days after the crime. Finally, Kong welcomed Peanuts.